Hello, I'm going to show you how to retarget models and rigs and animations, basically giving you the ability to use any human rigged model with any other pre-made human rig. The process has always been really confusing to me. I don't know a lot about it, but these are the steps that have worked for me, and I tried it in several different projects to confirm that it works. I will show you the two examples that we will be using. It will be using the Smart AI, which is what I started with. Um, and so, yeah, I started with this one. As you can see, it doesn't have a model, um, but it has a really good AI uh, system, including climbing, has like basic AI interactions if you want to have like a little village. It's a pretty cool thing. Anyway, the other thing is I wanted a model for this, and so I ended up getting this one. It's loading. Don't know why it's taking so long. Nope. Huh. Interesting. Alright, well I guess I gotta find it manually. So what I'll do is I'll go to the... It's good, you guys can see how to find stuff on the Unreal Marketplace. Browse. What the heck? Alright. Uh, just type robot. So we have lots of choices here. I wanted any of these, but the one that I own. Wonder if oh, there we go, owned. So I click on it. Anyway, I wanted this robot. It's got pretty cool flexibility, fun color, one that glows in the dark. Looks really good. Kind of reminds me of like District 9 or uh, some other games. I mean, it definitely reminds me of the robot from Apex Legends. Anyway, so rolling right into it. So I'm going to open the launcher and I will go to Unreal Engine. I will go to library and then launch a new project. Any of these versions should be fine. I believe that the retargeting process hasn't changed. It looks very much the same when I tried it in 4.21. But anyway, just for consistency, open 4.25. This process that I've set up that works is really simple. Um, so we're starting a new project. We're choosing games, not any of these other ones. And we'll do third person so that way we can see the change. Um, here it is. Next. And uh, we'll call it Retarget Demo. You call it whatever your project is called, or don't be doing any of this because you probably already have a project going. Alright, so now we have no robot in here. We have our one guy, and we don't have a robot in the scene yet, so I will go ahead and add that, and you guys can see how to add the robot to your project. Gotta go back in here. So this is my asset library. Down here, let's go full screen. It's a lot. I'm very excited at the beginning of every month when Unreal gives away all the free things. And there's so many projects that I'd like to make with this. Here's my robot. So I will... Uh-oh. Did it really just crash? Perfect. Better click on it first then. Add the project. Maybe I have too many assets for it to handle. And so we're looking for retarget. Starts with an R. There we go. Add to projects. So we're adding it to this project. It's already open, so it doesn't have to be closed when you're doing it. And there we go. We have sci-fi robot. Beautiful. Now, I will close this because we don't need the launcher anymore. Here is, I called it attempt because I was building the steps. Each step was being, tested in different scenarios, and basically this will work. The only time that this won't work is if the skeleton is different. There's so much little information that I've discovered. So what I want you guys to see is why I chose this robot is because this asset is scaled to epic skeleton. That means that it could work with any, like it will always work, or this asset will work with the mannequin, the default standard Unreal character. That's basically what that means. So any asset that you see that says that it's scaled to epic skeleton or that it's rigged to the epic skeleton means that these steps I'm about to show you will work for this any asset that has these. Okay. Now I'll open this. Nope, not that. Sorry, I don't. This is probably like my first ever how-to video. I feel a little disorganized, but so basically the first step in this is to rename both skeletons so one is not the same as the other. It will help with recognition in a bit. Just trust me and go with it. And the skeleton is in the mannequin, and then you go into meshes because I guess it's a skeletal mesh. This one's a skeletal mesh, so I guess these go together. Anyway, so we're inside the sci-fi robot. Go to mannequin, and then character, and then meshes. It will be the very similar file path for the default Unreal character. You'll see right here. I will show you. So we went to mannequin, just like we went to mannequin down here. So in the default character, he has a mannequin. We go to character, and then we go to meshes, and then there is this one. So what I'll do is I rename it because they are exactly the same. So in the default character, rename this one to just say default, I guess. That works. And then in the robot, we'll just replace mannequin, with robot. Pretty simple. And then we open both of those. So I'll put this at the top here, and then I'll go and open this other one. And it automatically goes to the top. It's pretty nice. And then the next step is set both skeletons rig to humanoid in the select rig dropdown. So Retarget Manager will show valid skeletons to retarget. So basically setting these skeletons to have a humanoid rig makes it something that is recognizable in this window. I will post the text in the description of the video because this process is pretty simple. These are all the steps for it right here. That's it. And I know I'm explaining a lot, but I want to make sure that I get the information that I discovered in the process, and this is a really powerful tool. So anyway, here's the select rig dropdown mentioned in the text. You select humanoid rig, and then all of this stuff populates. You don't have to do anything to any of that. And do the same thing for both skeletons, so we do it again. Okay. And then, what does the text say? Right-click on the original skeleton meant to receive a new model. Select retarget to another skeleton. So the original is what I named as default. So just for consistency's sake with this, I will make sure that everything that says original will say default. Anything else that says original. I hope I got everything. If I don't, I'll update it in the video description. But now that we've set these both to have a humanoid rig, the next step is right click on the default skeleton, set retarget to another skeleton. So default skeleton, we're going to right click on him, retarget to another skeleton, and look, there's our guy. Now the previews look exactly the same, and that's because they are using the same mannequin. That will be true for most scenarios where you get the humanoid rigged and scaled to, Unreal Engine 4's default character. Also, I have in my note not to worry about the preview. Meant to receive the new model, select retarget another skeleton. Don't worry about the preview. Because it can be a little concerning when you feel like maybe you're just retargeting to the same one. But as long as you have this selected, and then you select retarget, he goes into T-pose, right? And so that's what we did. We selected retarget. And then inside of the CharacterBP that is using the old model, set the mesh component skeletal mesh to use the new model's skeletal mesh. I know that line is really confusing, but all that means is you go into the character, you open the blueprint, you select the mesh, and then you change it to be the new skeleton or skeletal mesh, the new model that you want. And either of these for this specific one work, and I will show you. I hit play, you see him there, hit play, and there you go. It actually works. And jumping works too. Basically any animation that this character had will now just have this model, which is really cool. This model also has like a glow on him. I don't know if I can... Yeah, you can see it like glowing underneath, which is pretty cool. But anyway, that's basically how you do it. I'll wrap up this video. I know that it took longer than I expected it to. But hopefully that was helpful. The other way, this is a method that I don't understand, but the people from the Smart AI asset from Marketplace, their Discord, they told me to do it this way. So there's another method. It's the faster method, which is what I called it because it is, but it doesn't make sense to me. We will go to the library, launch any of these. We will make a new project. We will just call it a faster retargeting demo. Same process as before. Third person, here we go. You guys probably have already stopped watching now that you already have what you came here for, but the faster method is worth being aware of if you ever, forget all those other steps and in the future you want to just kind of help your whole team out or just yourself. Faster retargeting demo. Oh, too many. All right, we'll just call it faster retarget. There we go. All right, here we go. So we're in here. I did not want this video to take a long time, and so therefore it will not. I'm going to add the robot to this project right now. I cannot explain really the ins and outs of this one, much less than I was able to even do it on the other one. There he is, add to project, faster retarget, add to project. Cool. So there we go, he's in here. Now, my understanding is, according to my documentation, delete the robot skeleton and replace reference at delete window with original skeleton. That's basically all that's different. This line, the second line, is just copy and paste from this other one, the huge line that we probably couldn't understand earlier about just setting that purpley pink skeletal mesh to be the new model's skeletal mesh. So basically all you do is delete the robot skeleton and replace references at delete window. So we're going to go find that robot skeleton. Go to the robot skeleton. Where is it? It's in, you guys are like, it's right. Here we go. My headphones turned off because I'm not receiving any audio. Go into meshes. Oh boy. Mannequin, sorry, my bad. Go to character, go to meshes. You just delete this one, and then you set the reference to this one. You didn't have to set up the humanoid rig thing inside of the skeletons. You don't have to rename them or anything. Currently in this project, your only other choice is these two, or I guess this other one, which is the one used by our default character. So you can do this. You can also rename it before this step to help with confusion, but basically after you've renamed them, go delete the robot's skeleton. So you do that, and then you set the reference, replace reference, to the skeleton, and then hit replace reference. And I have not read this before, pin and delete assets, but it's fine. This is the faster method. I have a method that works. It's okay if this one doesn't work. But I did test it, and it does. And again, I don't understand why, but it works. This is just the way that they told me to do it. So I'll save selected, and then I go into the blueprint, and that same step that we did before about changing the mesh, this one, to this guy, or this guy. Either one works. Again, I'll hit play and move this guy up. And here we go. It worked again. And just to confirm that you can use either one, like I was saying before, and I don't know why, but for people who are using this asset, there are two Skeletal Mesh is in here, and I don't understand animation or rigging enough to understand what IK, SK is. I do know that those are animation terms, so if anybody wants to explain that in the comments, that would be great. I believe the K's stand for kinetic or kinematic or something, but I don't even know what that word means. Okay, so I'm going to hit play now that I've changed the skeletal mesh to the other one. And here we are. It still works, and everything works. So hope that was helpful, and thank you so much for watching.